Now, I identify as trans and genderqueer, and to me that means I like to play with gender, I like to problematize gender. I like to confront gender norms in how I present and how I move through the world.
And another one. Nowadays, $20 barely gets you a burger and fries, or maybe a quarter tank of gas. You know what it will get you though? For just $20 a month, you can get unlimited talk, text, and plenty of 5G data from my cell phone company, PureTalk. And this is top tier coverage of America's most dependable 5G network. I want to make sure you heard that. PureTalk gives you the same quality of service as AT&T, Verizon, and T-Mobile, but for half the cost. The average family saves almost $1,000 a year, all with no contracts and no activation fees. You can bring your phone or get great deals on the latest iPhones and Androids. To make a switch, dial pound 250 and say keyword Brandon Tatum. When you do, you'll save an additional 50% off your first month. Choose a wireless company who shares our values, who supports our military and veterans, who creates American jobs, and who refuses to advertise on fake news networks. Instead, they pay us. Dial pound 250 and say keyword Brandon Tatum and make the switch today so you can actually afford the burger and fries. That's pound 250, pound 250 and say keyword Brandon Tatum. But let's get into this real quick. These people who are, and I'm gonna talk about this tonight in my speech at Michigan State, the people who are pushing these LGBTQ trans agenda, they actually should be ashamed of themselves, because they are pushing a lie and they're being disingenuous and they're trying to act like a mental illness is normal, and they're trying to act like a sexual fetish is not a mental, is somehow uncontrollable. You know, the dummy in the video I'm about to show, trying to convince you that I don't feel like a man or a woman. I don't feel, what does that even mean though? You guys don't even think that sex is binary. You guys think that so what does it even mean anyway to know? How would you even know what a man feel like? If you don't feel like a man, what does that mean? Is there a certain way a man feels on the inside? If that's the case, then women have no idea what a man feels like. And if that's the case, if you claim that you are a woman, how would you know what a woman feel like on the inside if you've never been a woman? What's happening is that people are rebelling against social structure. People are rebelling against the natural creation of human beings. They hate God. They get attacked by the devil. They get influenced by the devil. Then they start rejecting the very creator that created us the way they did. They don't like the creation. They want to make their own creation. It's the lack of humility. Nobody in their right mind thinks the way this person that I'm about to show you thinks. You got to understand, like, you have a sexual fetish, or you just personally don't want to be a man or a woman. You want to be able to fluctuate back and forward. Just admit that you want to do that. Quit acting like you confused about, I don't feel like a man or a woman. You don't even know what a man or woman feels like. It's not even that's not even a real thing. What it is you want to vacillate between the two. Why? Because you don't get the attention and affirmation being a man. And so you think you'll get it being a woman. That's pretty much what it is. And because you're an ugly woman and you still look like your daddy, you're not going to get the attention that you think you want being a woman. So you want to be able to kind of be a woman and kind of be a dude. So you can find yourself popular somewhere in the middle in this unique person that need privileges. That's what it is. Roll the clip.
Now, I identify as trans and genderqueer, and to me that means I like to play with gender, I like to problematize gender. I like to confront gender norms in how I present and how I move through the world. I feel female and male. I feel both and neither one. And so many of the labels that we use in this area feel equally authentic and inauthentic. And I simply can't tell where one gender ends and another begins. Medical interventions allow some of us to change our primary and secondary sex characteristics. We have phalloplasty that creates a penis and a scrotum and testicles. We have vaginoplasty that creates a vagina and a vulva. We have chest masculinization and breast augmentation, all of which create bodies that are that are readable to outsiders, but it's clear that cisgender bodies are still the reference point. But will technology give us options that are artistic and creative? Artificial limbs even now can transmit rudimentary sensory data back to the wearer. And it seems to me that a fully functional, artificial, sensate penis is maybe not that far off. But do we have to stick to penis and vagina norms? Can we have genitalia that look like flowers or abstract sculpture? Can we have multiple? Can they be interchangeable? And what about other areas of the body?
It's all nonsense. We create man, listen. If you feel like a woman on the inside, why can't you just be a woman on the inside? Like that's like saying, because I have this idea of visualization, which means that I visualize my future. I feel like I already got it. I feel like I'm a big deal and I'm one of the biggest speakers in the world. Like I internalize that, I think it through, I create the brain connection so the body will already experience it before it happens. Does that mean that I have to hold America hostage to believe in exactly what I believe about myself? That means when I walk to a place, people need to address me and treat me like I'm a billionaire. Because I don't feel like I'm broke. I don't feel like I feel like a billionaire. I feel like Elon Musk on the inside. I feel like I'm a boss. I feel like one of the greatest dads ever. Does that mean that the entire society should treat me that way? So when I walk around places, you got to address me and treat me like I'm a billionaire, because that's how I feel on the inside. And I should be able to get surgeries and manufacture the appearance of a billionaire. And how dare you not sell me that car? Don't worry about my credit. I identify as a billionaire. I could write a check that I can't cash. That's exactly what they're doing. I'm a woman, but I can't have children, and I don't have any female reproductive organs. But I'm going to hold you accountable to what I am delusioned about myself on the inside. You know, people try to think that it's not as loony as it is, as I'm saying it, but it is. I identify as being this woman's husband. So everybody need to call me her husband. That's how I feel like on the inside. And then she need to acquiesce to it, because that's why I was born this way. I was born to love a woman like this. You can't validate my feelings. I don't feel like I'm a single man. I feel like I'm married to this woman. It's almost the same thing. I don't like who I am. I want to be another person. And then the other person that I want to be is nowhere near acceptable and reasonable. But I just want to be, and I want everybody else to see me that way. That's insane to me. And then I'm gonna bring this last point, and I'm gonna shut the front door. Why don't we allow people to be transracial? Transracial make way more sense than transgender or sex, or transsexual. It makes way more sense, because to be honest, there is no real boundary on race and culture, and it's not predicated on a skin color. So what if I'm black? My parents were black and I'm raised by white people. Can I not identify as white? Why not? If I talk, act just like the people who raised me, why can't I identify like the people who raised me? That makes more sense than saying I'm biologically something I'm biologically not. But we in society, we'll shun you. How dare you try to be transracial? And then, just like Dylan Mulvaney, just imagine if a person was transracial and did a bunch of stereotypical black stuff. Meaning they say, I'm white, but I feel like a black person. So I'm going to do all the black stereotypical stuff. It's insane to me. But anyway, I could talk forever about this. I want y'all to see you on the next video. I'm out.